Hello everyone and welcome to another review by me, Kozan. We got another wonderful review right here from our GM Anna player, Chespops. It's on Dorado. Let me just move my mic here for a little bit. There we go. That might be a little bit better. And yeah, let's just hop right into it. I've walked over it before once and a couple of times maybe. I like to try to give my best advice. It's a bit of a short match. But there's some stuff. I like your positioning here, trying to get the tracer, that's all fine. Forcing her back. Going with your tanks is nice. You see the tracer come by, so you know you can go for a heal here, that's fine. Going back here, I like your positioning. Walking backwards. Now this is a nice moment. I like your positioning, how you let's see it again for a real quick second. Maybe you could have gone for it a little bit earlier, but like a little bit more to the left of you, and then open up your line of sight small towards that staircase area as well. Because as you saw, well, you see him there just in time. But yeah, you wanna keep tabs on those line of sights. Like this position right here, right? It's beautiful. You got you got sight of this, you got sight of this. So you know whether or not you should go more towards here. Also, you can see anything that comes through here. So if Tracer ever goes this way, or Genji, or Winston, you know to back up. Or, you know, be with your team. It depends on how many of them go in and
Tracer right side.
which trajectory they take, really. Okay. Don't mind the sleep there, that's alright.
Genji right side.
Flask. Okay. Right, so nice position. That was a bit of a weird sleep there. There wasn't no target, I noticed. A little bit trigger happy. Okay, so this is a little bit more dangerous what you're trying to do here, because you don't have sight anymore of the ladder there. Okay, so in cases like this with the Moira ult, they're most likely gonna dive in, right? So you kind of want to spread out a bit more and not be as close to your allies. Although your Moira is ulting as well, but yeah, just expect to dive. Just try to go backwards a little bit more. I can kind of show a position later on. Tracer comes in here as well, throws in the pulse bomb, so you need to go left here. After that explodes, your Moira is down, and you try to go further left to try and save this soldier from the monkey. Which I think you should have tried to go right instead, and well, you do save the soldier, which is nice, but you walk back into the line of sight of Tracer, and Tracer and Genji 2v1 you very quickly afterwards. So I kind of want to show you. I'm on the map right here. Okay, so this is kind of where you were, right? This is where you kind of danced around as well. So what you could consider doing is being a little bit more backwards here, near this one. This little wall, use this as line of sight breaker as well. As soon as you see the Moira ult, you can kind of retreat to this. You have a quicker glance of the Tracer as well, which you knew went to the right side over there. At one part of the engagement, you see her blink there. That's when you go over here. I think also to kind of block side for her. But if you were over here, you might have been able to do a little bit more like this, or get an easier sleep off on her. Yeah, also then you can go backwards like this to try to sleep the soldier. But it's just harder for the Genji to dive you, because you can line of sight him like this very easily. The Tracers line of sight like this very easily. If they do commit to you, it's very easy to flask them inside here and kind of force Tracer to recall, or the Genji to back up again. So yeah, a little bit more backwards.
Winston.
Because your team kind of stays alive here for a long time. If you had stayed there to the left and maybe, you know, maybe let the soldier die there, you might have been able to put it back a little bit more. But oh well, we'll see. I would have liked you to stay on the corner right here for a little bit longer. Because it does seem like something is over there, so just stay on this high ground. ready to go backwards. Because honestly, I don't like that they try to go for the stall here.
They're not pushing.
They have a severe man advantage, and it's just a really difficult fight to take. And I don't think it's really worth it. Because right now, you're just gonna have a worse spawn. Okay. So coming back into this, walking out through here. Alright, let's kind of see how this assimilates. So after that push, you now have a really far back spawn. The Reinhardt also died. Kinda, you're losing a lot of team members. So what I would like you to do in situations like these is already set up for a little bit more of a contest for the second point. Maybe you could go left here, take that high ground, or on the right side, just go on the right. That might be better even. Just go through the bank right and then take that high ground. Get ready for your Reinhardt actually near the staircase or that hallway. And then just push out with him. Up into the high ground. The Widow here. Yeah, if you do push into this location, try to be a little bit more. You're looking at it over. It's this little area over there more. That little choke near the mini.
Winston sleeping.
You got good line of sight up until everybody retreats. Right now you're kind of in the midst of everything, which it's a little bit dangerous, right? Like anything from anywhere can try to dive on you or shoot you from over here. But if you're kind of in between this little box, it's really difficult for them to shoot you, especially because they have Widow, right? If they didn't have Widow, you might even be up here to also make it harder for the Tracer to get you. But because they do have the Widow, over here would be a really good spot. You still can shoot anything through the in the tunnel. Basically, yeah, the mini behind you. Be a little bit of a more difficult target to get. And then if one person jumps you, you can line of sight from the rest of their team. So it really would be just a 1v1 at that point. Okay.
Nice pick.
So I like here being on the high ground, it's nice.
We should go high ground and drop on them when they go.
Reinhardt should have been here as well, yeah.
Tracer left side high ground.
That's alright. So Tracer's on the left right now. In she comes. Okay, she recalls there, back on the left. Left of the church. Widow's there now as well. You're blocking the Widow. Tracer's coming again through the church right now, through the high ground most likely. Or at least is somewhere near the church on the high ground still. And now she gets you. So let's see this, right? I think as soon as you see your tanks going for the drop on this side of the ledge here, try to find a drop on the other side maybe. So you're still line of sighting the other players, but you know that are in this vicinity, but you're let me see. Because now you're kind of alone, right? Sorry, I will never get a bubble in you. And we haven't really quickly. We're already a little bit low. So here, a little bit quicker on the flasking yourself as well, so the Tracer wouldn't have gotten you as easily. But yeah. Otherwise you might have just been over here somewhere, right? Ready to go even further backwards to the main area. Okay. What am I hearing? Ah, fucking hell. Who's this? Bob. Okay, well. I'll have to leave this. Thank you, Bob. Thank you for ruining my review. Okay. Fuck. Let's continue. So again, the left little box area, you would have a little bit more of line of sight of your team, and less of a line of sight for the Widow. That little left area there. Going right here, staying in the main door, that's also nice. Just stay on this left side so the Widow can't get you as easily. I like your positioning here. It's pretty good.
Winston top.
You can
It's
engage.
basically the same, right? But you got a little bit less of a sight
side
inside, but a little bit more on what's going on top left. Right, a part of your team is now as well anyway, so it's good to have sights on.
Tracer sleeping. Nice, nice, nice.
Just sleeping.
Reloading, reloading.
Again.
And I think this is where they switch to Widow, right? Let me see.
I have full energy, guys.
I'm gonna go top again.
There's the Doomfist instead of Widow. So being on the high ground is even better now. I like that you're going there, and honestly, maybe even go to where your soldier is now.
Come payload, guys. Come payload. They need to come here.
Nice, nice, nice. They're back. Tracer back left.
Payload.
Just so he's not alone, but kind of has the two
Left side, a
stack.
few people.
But, well, staying here with your tanks is also nice, but they just drop down, you see, because they got a contested payload. If you're with your soldier, he can kind of stay up there with you.
He does.
Okay.
You ready for grab, guys?
I like the healing here. Let's alright, there was one more thing here in the defense. I like your positioning here, playing with this area. It's a good area to be at. You got good line of sight of this. You got the line of sight of the soldier that's covering you right in the back. I would have liked you to stay here though, exactly here near this spot, and have the wall. Keep this wall open for you to use. You go a little bit too far forward to get the sleep and the flask on the Doomfist, and yeah, it's really difficult for you now to ever quickly line of sight this Genji, and yeah, you get a little bit punished for it. If you were a little bit more backwards, just line of sighted him, you know, you would have probably even seen him a little bit quicker as well, because you do have more vision over what's going on in total.
Blade.
And you get a bit of a quicker reaction. I think your team just wipes the floor now with the enemy team now because of that graph, which is nice. And then here, yeah, it's fine.
Winston top, Winston on top.
It's all good. I could make an argument for trying to be a little bit more in the door opening of the bank, so you have less of surrounding, but it's overtime. They're trying to rush in, so being there now isn't it? It's not the worst. It's pretty good. Okay. Let's go into the attack.
Clicking you off.
I'm not sure if I had a lot to say about the attack. Let me look at it again.
Let me charge.
So I like being on the high ground there, staying there for a little bit, waiting for those flankers to come out a little bit more, showing their positions. You notice that most of them are up there, so you can kind of move forward here. Being out in the open is a little bit better because of the Junkrat.
Going back to choke.
Good to dodge those bombs. Like how you're just moving up with your team right here, not going too far forward.
Nice. Push, Rain. Push.
You could stay a little bit more to the left here, you know, with that door, so you know you have that quick line of sight breaker again. But
Nice.
now that your team's moving forward, you gotta move with them as well.
Daria right side charge.
Yeah. So good, all good. You think I like your position here as well, beautiful. Just using that, you know, staying focused on the right side, but using the payload on your left to block line of sight from anything over there. Right here, something funky happens. You can kind of see this soldier up there. You focus on the Reinhardt for a moment, and then he disappeared without having been killed. So this is when he's moving around, right? And I've noticed a couple of times, like you tend to jump around a lot, and it's sometimes causing you to be incapable of kind of responding very quickly. Like over here, you just jump at the exact same time, kind of unnecessarily. It's like you're not needing to jump to find any targets. And it's causing your trajectory to just keep moving forward while this soldier ult is playing off in the background. So maybe also the Moira ball is there, which you're kind of jumping into as well. What I would like to see, what I would like to see you do here. Sorry. Okay, getting my mind straight. Stick a little bit more backwards to this wall. Then as you notice your team is pushing in on them, you can kind of check the top right, see if there's anything there. If there isn't, then try to hug this backside wall and go up here on the high ground on the... Oh, let's make a little bit of a nicer arrow. There we go. Try to find a way up the high ground, and then you can kind of follow this wall to continuously line of sight anything that's that way, basically. Okay. So yeah, if you stick to that back wall, it's a little bit harder for people on that right to really get you.
We got some picks though, so they'll be coming back from spawn.
Okay. Other than that, I think
We need to grenade, okay?
I think that's about it. What I really had to say about this VOD. I mean, it's a short game, and also like your team is pretty good.
Oh my
I'm
god.
dead, dude.
Over here, I know you really wanted to use that flask on the grav, but honestly, and again, right, if you were closer to the walls on these walls, either here or the walls here on the low ground, it's a lot harder for the soldier to shoot you, or at least he'll really have to get to this edge and then really commit to shooting you almost completely downward, and you know, it's just an easier target then for your team to pick off. Right now you're kind of presenting yourself. You go to hug the payload here a little bit more.
Top.
But yeah, honestly, like that soldier, he's not going to go away. You really needed to use your flask kit to heal yourself as well. And then just straight up nano boost the Reinhardt to try and get that value that way.
Yeah, I'm going Winston.
Don't use.
Alright.
Play together, guys, okay?
Now you still have it though. The Winston kind of messes it up here for you. He gets low, chases the soldier. The soldier's off the high ground, and the soldier's one apparently, what I can gather. The monkey jumps down on the low ground and instantly gets punished by a charge.
I got charged.
So yeah, that's kind of his bad for jumping off the low ground. I feel like though, as soon as that happens, you guys gotta go back up.
Go back.
And yeah, your entire team does this too slowly
Guys,
to really,
we need to kill, Zarya. Hanzo.
you know, that response should have been a little bit quicker.
No, we contest what Zarya overpower right
Alright,
now.
so the Hanzo's blocking out the top high ground now on the right, which is very nice.
We have nano plate for this side.
Can see somebody's still up there though.
Okay, let's try it. Soldier.
And of late this fight, and I see that this is just amazing. Your Genji deflexed the Zarya grab, and then yeah, you guys just mopped the floor with them at that point. Their soldier not on the high ground either, because your Hanzo pushed him away. Obviously, he just kept him busy there and made sure that the high ground was unavailable to him.
Zen.
So really good play by your team.
Zarya.
Reloading.
Also like yeah, your positioning here is really good.
Nice, soldier.
Just what I really liked was, I'm not sure if it was this push. Yeah, over here, like you're really playing with this little wall, and I kind of want you to find these types of walls where you can do this more often, where you're just continuously using this wall and you can rotate around it. Okay.
Zen.
So yeah, jumping in locations like that, that's usual. You need to shoot over something or over somebody.
Nice, soldier.
That's all fine.
Nice.
Okay. Sticking with them now, yeah. I think you guys just win from here, right? You get a nice flask on the junk, that's very good. The D.Va gets stunned, but Moira keeps her alive. So let me see that again. Okay, yeah, well, as soon as you hit the hammer down, I feel like you could rotate a little bit quicker. Maybe like if Moira also got caught in it, you would have been responsible to heal those guys up
Nice
a
kills.
little bit more. But
Kills.
looks like Moira dodged it and kept them alive. Okay.
Well played.
Nice, guys. Nice. GG team.
Nice. So yeah, that was my little review here, analysis. I hope it helped out a little bit. So just to go overall some general advice again. A little bit less jumping. Try to use that control crouching more to dodge people. It just makes you more maneuverable and responsive to where you need to go. Yeah, when the first point when the monkey jumped over you, try to find value elsewhere. The monkey shield was just completely blocking you, and like either you would have to go so far out of position to save him, and I feel like at that moments like that you know try to find value elsewhere. Just heal up the Rhine or the whatever else. They also needed healing at that point. Yeah, okay. And then, you know, keep yourself in that safe position and just get your value from there. Yeah, back up a little bit more sometimes. Try to keep in mind what type of enemies you have and how to break line of sight from them the easiest. Yeah, okay. Well, have a good one, guys. And I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.